Well, to discuss this, let's bring in Mark Adebayo, spokesperson of Coalition of United Political Parties. Thank you so much for joining us on TVC News at 10. Should we be holding on to hope, just like the NLC president has said, from the outcome of the meeting? Or do you foresee the labor union going ahead with the strike on Tuesday?
Thank you so much, and happy independence to all Nigerians.
Happy independence.
Thank God for leading us this far. Well, yeah, at this time, we can only hold on to hope. We have to hope in the hope that everything will go fine. So we need to, I think at this point now, we need to give the government a chance, an opportunity to be able to prove the promises that they have made. And it's an improvement in the way government responds to the challenges of society, as far as I'm concerned. For the president to bring out these initiatives of 25,000 naira, or the other palliative measures like bringing in buses and the issue of stoppage of temporarily VAT on diesel and all other measures that he has announced today are quite, for now, are quite a relief for the Nigerian masses. So not just for the Nigerian workers, for the Nigerian masses, because it would also, it will cascade down to the general society, whatever goes to the workers. And for the fact that the president, knowing that these people, the labor have decided to go on strike, and for him to have responded the way he responded, in the way he responded, I think it's something we should give him credit for that, for at least, responding in a positive way, in a way to say that, look, yes, we know the problems. Everybody knows that the issue of subsidy removal has been a major issue, has created serious socio-economic crisis in the country. And for him to say, okay, we have some, palliatives that will relieve the suffering of the masses, it's okay. I think we should just accept this for now, and for Labour to take that and then see, because it's an issue of salary. And
but for how long do you think Nigerians have to wait for the promises to move from the paper to our pockets?
Yeah, that is why the Nigerian people do not trust government again, because we have been living on promises upon promises. When the structural adjustment program was brought by the military under Babangida, we were told that it was going to make Nigeria and Nigerians better. No, we suffered throughout SARS. During the time of austerity measure of Shagari, the same thing. They bring in certain policies, they say that it was going to, it will better the lives of Nigerians. It never materialized. We only hope that this one, because if the president said 25,000 naira for workers, now we are hearing it's no longer for lower grade workers, it's across board. Fine. I mean, everybody that collects salary at the end of October knows how much they are collecting. They will know how much. I don't think they will delay that. I don't think that one will be delayed. So I doubt some of the things that he has announced. I doubt if they could be delayed. Those are not the things that the kind of items of relief that could be delayed. Those are not. You cannot promise workers increment in salary and then you not implement. No. It will lead to unfathomable crisis. And I do not believe that the president of the country can afford that at the moment. You cannot make such promises and go back on them. I doubt that will happen. I'm sure, I want to believe that they will implement these ones that I've said for 6 months. I only hope that by or before then, things will have gotten better, the inflation will have reduced, and prices of goods and services that have skyrocketed in the last few weeks will probably be mitigated. That's all we can hope for.
Just before we let you go on TVC News at 10, I was going to ask you, for hers in the private sector, what are your expectations, from the state to the private sector, now that the federal government has upgraded that of civil servants?
Well, now, both at the private sector and the state level, because the state governors are going to face agitations now. Since the federal government, I think, because this one is for federal government civil servants. So states now, there will be agitation at the level of the organized private sector. I think the best thing is for them to take a cue from the federal government and do something for their workers. They cannot allow this to just go like that. They must do something for their workers, because these workers are working for government. The private ones are also going through the same economic situation that the people that are in government are passing through. So you cannot take care of civil servants and leave the organized private. The organized private sector must ensure that they do something for the workers under their enterprises. They cannot just let it go like that. The organized private sector must also make sure, if they cannot even do up to the level of the federal government, they must do something for their workers. Definitely, you don't expect the private sector workers to now keep quiet and not demand their own rights too, as of right.
Spokesperson, Coalition of United Political Parties, Mark Adebayo, thank you so much for joining us on TVC News at 10.